All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, you know what it is. It's your boy, Guess Who? You now tapped in the Street Nerds Radio, the #1 station in the streets right now. We got a special guest in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
It's the Barbie with a D. That D stands for don't fucking play, but you guessed it.
Yeah, I like that. So before we get there, I do want to give you flowers before we start because I came across you on Thizzler before, and I know I went on a rampage showing everybody. I'm like, nigga, she go crazy. You get what I'm saying? Because then you follow up with all the shit that you did, and then hearing your story is just a testament to how far you came. So I do want to give you flowers because your reach did reach outside from where you from.
I appreciate that so much.
No problem. So for the people who may have been living under a rock, let's get them familiar. Where you from and how'd you grow up?
I am from North Richmond, CA, not the VA. Sometimes I like to just say Cali, but when I do, they think I'm from LA. So I like to specify I'm from North Richmond, 1355 Kelsey Street. And I grew up in the hood, just like most people.
So when you say you grew up, how would you describe the vibe back then for you in Richmond as a child? Like, what if you could think back to like the atmosphere? What was the atmosphere for you like back then?
See, my atmosphere, what I grew up in, that's why a lot of shit is just so different now because I grew up in the you a jerk. I know. You know, I grew up in like got my Vans on, but they look like sneakers era. I'm more of like a
skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Okay.
I grew up in that era, so I feel like that's just where I come from. And
so you dance good?
Nah, not at all. I don't got no rhythm. I used to dance good. I really did. I used to dance. I used to be on the drill team. I used to perform at our little hood days. I used to be twerking, all the shit. But they ain't really get me far.
Biggest misconception about where you from? When you tell people you from North Richmond, what's the biggest misconception they have?
I feel like when I tell people, I ain't even gonna hold you. I can't even really identify an exact misconception. I just know that every time I tell somebody I'm from North Richmond, they be like, ooh, for real? And so I don't really have a misconception because whatever it is that they feel about North, I wasn't even born when that happened. So I just gotta go with the flow, you know?
They say Richmond is grimy. You know what I'm saying? They say Richmond is just for Northern California, that's just one of them places you just don't mess with.
No, I feel like that's fair to say. That is very fair to say. A lot of people have came there and did not come out of there. So it's cool. But like growing up in North, we pretty much was just taught that, you know, is fuck the suckers. And it was some shit that happened long ago about somebody's car. Somebody's car got hit. Somebody didn't want to pay for it. And the two people that had something to do with that situation, one was from North, one was from Central. And it just went on from there, you know? So it's like, I'm pretty much I'm born into this shit. And that's just all I know, honestly.
From the research, your pops from Central.
Absolutely.
Your mom's from the North.
Absolutely.
You younger.
Mm-hmm.
You used to ref somewhere from Central, correct?
Absolutely the fuck not. Let me make this clear.
All right, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Get it right.
All right, so look, you know what? I'm a real bitch, so I'm gonna let you know. When you did some good research.
Yeah.
So look, I'm gonna make this clear. When I was younger, my mom was, okay, first of all, let me say this. Well, you're not a female, so you don't know. But you know, when you fucking with a nigga, wherever he from, that's where you from too. Mm-hmm. That's just how it go. You claim where your nigga from type shit. Right. You find a new interest in different hoods when you fucking with them suckers, you know?
Yeah.
So my mom was forcing me to say, yeah, I'm from the nickel block, you heard me? Because that's where my dad from. However, I don't even know my daddy like that. So when I was able to choose me,
yes,
Just like God don't hold you accountable for your sins until you about 12, able-minded.
Right.
At 12 years old, I was from 1355 Kelsey Street, North Richmond, like I said.
Yeah.
So there's that. However, I can walk to Central right now from North Richmond on feet. A Norther's gonna give me a ride to the tracks, and a Central nigga gonna take me the rest of the way because I'm locked in. I'm very respectful. Just because my mom from here, my dad from here, I don't come through that motherfucker being disrespectful. I done fucked all of them niggas. So.
And it's
They love me.
like, so now you from North, you putting on for North. You said in your past interviews, you said you grew up a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
At what point would you say you knew or fell in love with it? Because you also said that if you could, you would have pursued boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So what age would you say like this is you knew you could fight and then you liked it?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna have to double back with my mom for the specific age, but I know it was a specific moment. My mom came and picked me up while I was at the park playing. I was very young. I was at the park playing with my friends, literally. My mom came and got me and said, "You about to go to the projects and beat this bitch ass." So when she tell me the age, I will be able to comment after we drop this and let y'all know the specific age. But as of right now, at that moment, that's when I knew I fell in love with it and I could have pursued it because I had never had a fight when she told me that I was going to beat this bitch ass. But just, it was something in me that knew I was going to beat that bitch ass. And so when I did, I was like, you know what? I like to fight and I'm good at it. So I'm gonna continue to do it.
As a youth, I could just imagine myself, but as a youth for you, knowing that you capable of that, do you think that boosted your ego a little bit? Like your confidence level into knowing like
Absolutely. To be honest, that like all the fights that I've had from the first fight that I had into I started really popping with this music shit. Like a lot of the songs you hear me talk about what I do to a bitch, that came from me fighting bitches and knowing that this is what I really could do to somebody. So I feel like, yeah, absolutely.
what's one super positive memory that you can
Fighting?
from your childhood? Not from fighting. You been whooping bitches for a long time, apparently.
I was gonna say, not really too much positive.
But from your childhood that you could look back now and you be like, you know, this is something that made me smile like hella much from my childhood.
You know what I would say? I feel like something that made me smile hella much from my childhood, thinking back, because I vividly see this as I speak. When the street lights came on and I just knew that I had to hurry up and be back to my granny house, that really was something positive for me because it was just structuring my life that I didn't have within the hours that I was outside out of my granny's view, you know? And I don't know if that really makes sense, but it makes sense to me because that really was like something that I crave right now today. Like, damn, I wish that I was scared when the streets lights came on again. Why the fuck do I keep saying streets lights? But you know
I know what you said. Hell yeah,
our mamas, they do too.
That you did answer my next question, which was gonna be what's something that you miss from your childhood.
I miss Tent City. I promise you, if you from North Richmond at all, you know what Tent City is. It was times where we used to have literally people would get a bunch of tents and just sit them up in the park, pin them down to the ground. And we'd have campfires, dance competitions. And it was just going from tent to tent, just partying, vibing out. I miss that the most. I ain't even gonna hold you. Because everybody was alive. Everybody was vibing. It was like a block party, but without the fights because wasn't nobody really beefing around that time.
How did Where Do You From shape you today?
How did Where I'm From shape me today? I'm gonna be real. I feel like I got such like a rocky childhood And I hate to say it that way because shout out to my mama. She has taken great care of me my whole entire life. 28 years of living, I could still call my mama, right? However, she raised me right and I did wrong on my own. So I'm saying that to say my hood turned me into who I am today, period. So that's how they shaped me into who I am because everything that I know, everything I do, everything I rap about, I learned from just being at the spotlight, being at Shills Reed, going to meet my friends from Verdi's, going to Lucky. Like, you know.
What about it was like so attracting or addicting to you? You would say what made you like?
My friends, my brothers, the Swerve, free them, actually. If you listen to my music, whenever I say free the Swerve, I'm talking about my brothers. Carl was the first friend that I lost, so I'm gonna say him first because he was the first friend that we all ever lost. And it made us all realize like, oh, we could die like at any time. Like, that's crazy. Hold on, you know? So I would say my brothers, my friends, my brothers, my sisters, Swerve Team, LST, whatever you want to call us, like, that's me. We are all literally the exact same. We made each other because we all we had when we was outside playing. When we was outside after the street lights, when they told us to be home and shit, we had to raise each other. We had to make sure we got home. It'll start with 12 of us walking down the street. So each one get home until it's the last two left. Like, you know, we really a family. I ain't gonna hold you.
If you had to look back on them times, the woman you are today, if you could go back to your younger self when you decided to jump off that porch, what would be the wisdom or piece of game you would tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self that you could just be you and they gonna love you for who you are. You don't really gotta fuck everybody and suck all their dicks to be liked.
Do you feel like no, that's crazy. That's real. That's real. That's real. And I respect the honesty and everything because a lot of young women will hear this and can take a lot away from this.
No,
because
fact,
a lot of them,
they do.
Because a lot of them see worth. When they're young, it seems like they determine their worth like that. I have daughters, so when you say something like that, it does reflect be like, damn, like.
Nah, facts. I say that because of the fact that a lot of the niggas that I've had that type of interaction with, sometimes they be having to remind me that we even did that. And because I done forgot. Because I was just thugging. We was just kids and I'm just vibing. Like, this is what we doing outside. It felt like I was being a big girl. You get what I'm saying? Whole time, that shit not cool. And it be blowing my mind when they be trying to remind me of it. I be like, I should call the police on your bitch ass.
When you look at it, but when you look back at it, it seem crazy, huh?
No, for real, it really do. I'm not lying to you. It's to the point where it made me realize that I've been getting, what's the word? I've been getting groomed since I was a little girl. Because I used to feel like it was normal to give a nigga head and get an A for it. That's normal. To this day, I do not like paying for weed. Because I could suck dick for that. That's not okay. Like, that's not cool, bro. But that's just what I'm used to.
Right.
And that's just what it is. You get what I'm saying?
Why? I like your style a lot. Do you feel like it seems not hard for you to be honest about your story? What made it so easy for you to articulate what you've been through as a youth?
Because if I don't do it, then the person that I did it with is going to use it against me and think that they got control over me because you don't want nobody to know this. I'm going to tell them if you don't do this. I don't like that. So I've just always made it known that, yep, this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm on. Now what? Because what really could you do? You get what I'm saying? Like, my biggest fear is to be blackmailed. I'm not gonna hold you. That's not my biggest fear, right. But it's one of my fears. Like, yeah. I don't ever want to be blackmailed. Like, yeah, bitch, I'll post this video of you sucking my dick if you don't do this. Okay, I got you. I'm about to post it right now on OnlyFans, and I'm gonna get paid $10.99 for that motherfucker. So go ahead. You post it, you ain't gonna get shit for it. They gonna shame your ass because I already told them.
Right.
Like, you know? And that's just, I really just take pride in that because I've watched a lot of people. I haven't watched a lot of people, but I know a lot of people that have committed suicide. And a lot of people don't know why they committed suicide, but I've known them personally. And I know why they did it because I failed as a friend. When they was expressing to me what was gonna make them commit, I didn't take it that serious. They were scared to be exposed and living their truth. So I just started living in my truth because, you know, mental health is a real thing. I'm not exempt from being mentally fucked up. I don't know what people go through before they make that decision. So I feel like I'd rather just live in my truth so that way I don't let a lie or a blackmail ever affect me. Straight up. That's the perfect word.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, gangster.
No problem. We ain't gonna speak past you beating up your tennis lady. You beat up Miss Sample.
Miss Sample, no Valley. Love her to death. I actually did an interview with the innovator and she commented, and her niece commented too.
Yeah? Was the niece mad?
Nah. Her niece literally was like, you know, she always remind me of this story and tell me about this. And I appreciated the fact that she commented to verify that I wasn't lying. Because a lot of people be getting on these interviews and just be saying shit that sound good. I seen an interview where a nigga said that he committed his first robbery at 5 years old.
Imagine that.
Who the fuck do you think you talking to?
Who'd you rob? Who'd you rob, my boy? I ain't trying to get in your business.
Because for real, it's not even about you. It's who the fuck let a 5-year-old rob them? So boom, I just really appreciated that they commented. And Miss Sample really was somebody that, as an adult, I could say I respect her because she was doing her job. But as a hood bitch, nothing that I was doing was gonna affect your paycheck. So I really wish that she would have just let me alone.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah. So now, when would you say the love of music started for you?
I was 11, probably 12. My mama was writing a diss song about this girl that was fucking her baby daddy. And she wrote the rap. She was saying some crazy shit with her words. And I was like, oh, I like that. That's real cool. You know? I like how you was able to turn them words into a story. Like, how the fuck did you do that, you know? And so she wrote a rap for me because I was a part of this little talent show at Hilltop Mall. They used to do these little talent shows where they set up a little booth in the middle of the floor. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, shout out to Hilltop Mall. I miss it, so nostalgic. But I performed Miss Maya, ain't none flyer, run my own empire if you know what I mean. Make your heads turn when I step on the scene. Came in the game as a princess, now I'm crown queen. Dressed to impress, I'm a fly young thing. Inherit 10 carats on my diamond ring. Nah, it's only 4, but hell, I could dream. Dime piece, baby. Can you have my number? Let me think about it. Maybe the swagger compliments the style. Man, that's crazy. She only 12 years old. Damn, that's amazing. 10s across the board. That's how they gonna rank me. And your girl is ice cold. So give me my blankie, Miss Maya. That was my first ever rap. My mama wrote that for me for a talent show.
You win?
Well, I won, but not necessarily because it was one of those, you won. Pay $5,000 to get to the next step.
Yo, I feel you. Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
So from then, you started loving music.
I fell in love with music then, but I didn't really take a music path. I was still young and outside. I didn't really know about what music could bring for me at that age, you know? Like this day and age, you see a lot of young influencers. They'd be 7 years old, millions of views, 3 million followers. I would have been on Ellen back then if they would have been.
Because the internet, huh? You would have went crazy. Mama had to play it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I just feel like I fell in love with it, but it wasn't really like a dream for me at that time.
You started writing in jail a lot more music.
Absolutely. That's when it became a dream for me. Because I was in jail and I'm like, damn, I done seen all these bitches doing the same shit I did and they got thousands of dollars. But me, I just go to jail. I started trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Songs that I knew by heart off the top of my head already, I was writing the lyrics down. And then I would flip the page and remix it, write my own lyrics down.
What Young Money song was it that had you get the influence from Nicki, Drake, and Lil Wayne?
It was Itty Bitty Piggy.
She snapped on that. She went crazy
She was
on
going
that.
bar for bar. She lost her mind. And I felt like that's what I needed to do. I felt like I need to lose my mind. And so I just started writing to it. And I was in Juvenile Hall, literally, my roommate, Legionnaire. I literally was like, let me rap this to you. Tell me what you think about this. This is the Nicki Minaj song. I rapped it to her. She was like, bro, call your mama right now and rap that to her. And I called my mama and I rapped it to her and she was like, as soon as you come home, you finna put on a pink wig and you finna rap that shit.
Mama has the game plan. Baby, we rich. We rich, baby.
And
Call up right now. We rich, baby.
I literally did that. I wish that I would have thought about it because I would have put the video up, but I'm going to send it to you. Maybe you can include it later on. But I definitely got on the pink wig with the purple undertone. I was standing in front of the gate rapping Itty Bitty Piggy. And from there on, it was a rap. The reactions that I got from that alone, I just was like, I know how to rap real good.
How'd that make you feel to get those reactions?
It made me feel real good. It made me feel like, oh, I could do this. Because I wrote it with no beat, no nothing. I just remembered Nicki Minaj's lyrics and I wrote them down. And then I rewrote them, remixing them lyric by lyric. Like literally in Juvenile Hall, you gotta understand, let me explain it to you. In Juvenile Hall, you are a minor. You cannot listen to cuss words and we're in Juvenile Hall, there's no tablets, there's no music, there's no commissary, none of that. You get what I'm saying? So I literally took a composition notebook and I flipped the page over and wrote down Nicki Minaj's lyrics. And then I remixed them. No beat, no nothing, just me, just my brain. And the reaction that I got made me be like, I'm talented than a motherfucker. Like, that's some God-given, you can't just do that. Like, you know? You can't tell nobody to just write down some lyrics to a song and they're gonna forget something. When I came home and rapped that to that beat and it went perfectly, I just knew that it was for me. I did. I really did. I just know that shit like that don't happen for bitches like me. So I always knew I was good, but I just never felt like that I would be big. I was okay with being hood famous.
Yeah. Why? Did you not want that level? Do you not want superstardom?
No, I absolutely want it. And I absolutely wanted it and I want it now. I just know that if I get my hopes high to be there and it do not happen for me, it'll break my heart and it'll set me back and it'll make me say fuck everything and it's gonna take me about 6 months to snap back mentally because as of right now, I'm putting my all into this shit. I got a good little catalog. But then I gotta sit back and watch motherfuckers go up off of mediocre shit. You know, I don't want to downplay no female artists out there right now, but it's just like, I could line up about 5 of them that have made it recently. And their journey is their journey. What's for you is for you. I can't take that. But they can't fuck with me. So.
What was the biggest wisdom that your mom gave you through your musical journey so far? Did your mom have aspirations of being a rapper?
No, not really. I don't think so. To be honest, that's a good question. I would have to ask her. You just made me realize maybe I haven't talked to my mom enough because I would have to ask her. But me knowing her, no, because she do hair very good. She's the best hairstylist where I'm from. If she would have kept going, she would be dope by now, you know? But I feel like, I think my mom's goals was just always to just be a mom and be married and watch her kids be something. That's what I feel like. If I know her at all, that's what I think, but it may not. I would have to ask her.
What do you think she would have said throughout your journey period of you going, your youth in and out of jail? What was her wisdom to you throughout that process?
My mom, favorite line, she has never changed what she told me, everything that I've ever done. Even when she found out that I was hoeing. Can I say that on here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Even when she found out I was hoeing, and she told me straight up, whatever the fuck you gonna do, be the best at it. Straight up. My mama gonna always have my back. I could be wrong as 2 left shoes. She gonna pull me to the side and be like, bitch, you know you wrong. But we gonna come in front of y'all and she gonna be like, what up? What she do that? And now what? What's next? You know? So my mom has always just kept it the same way. Whatever you do, be the best at it. Always give your audience the chills. Whether you up there cussing the motherfucker out, whether you up there rapping, doing poetry, whatever you doing, always give your audience the chills. Be the best at what you do. That's literally what my mom tell me every single time. And that's literally what I make sure I try to do every single time.
At what point with your music would you say you start to break through?
Breakthrough as far as?
Like you started to see people from outside your region or your initial local hub. When did you start feeling like you started to reach the engagement from other places?
I'm going to say, and shout out to my dog, I love him to death. I feel like once I start collabing with Mazi, that's when I start really like going up. People start really noticing how I'm coming for real, because at first it was just the Barbie. And you know, if you scrolling on YouTube and you see somebody named the Barbie, you instantly gonna think, this bitch shaking ass, twerking.
Pop music.
Probably got a thong on. Some shit, you know, the
Yeah.
Barbie. That's some girly shit I don't want to hear, you know? So a lot of people was bypassing me. If you wasn't from my city and you didn't know how I was coming, then you wouldn't probably think twice about it. Once I locked in with Mazi, Davo, Briston, shout out to them, it just start flowing.
How did that connection even happen?
Thizzler.
So you got on Thizzler.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you
but I felt
good.
so bad because I'm like, Thizzler is how Mazi and Davo found me. But Lil Blood seen that Mazi commented on my Thizzler, and he called Mazi like, yeah, you seen her? I know her. That's the Barbie. She's from the Bay. Whoop, whoop. You know? I was literally on the Blade in LA on Figueroa. Hi, baby, you want to come to my room? My phone was ringing because, you know, I was posting on Mega Personals and shit while I was on the Blade. So when my phone rang, I grabbed it. I'm like, hello, hi. He like, hello, this Barbie. I'm like, hello? I had to go from my home to I'm like, hello? He like, yeah, I'm in LA. I'm at the studio. This Davo. He like, I'm in LA. Well, I'm like, oh yeah, it's all good. I'm out in LA too. What's up? What y'all trying to do? Whole time cars right about. I'm mad at the motherfucker. I just missed 3 dates on this motherfucking phone. But on my mama, once he called me, I ended up pulling up. And the Yellow Zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I recorded that. And that kicked off our relationship.
How'd you get on Thizzler?
I got on live with a bonnet. C-Lee was on there. Yep, C-Lee was on there and they was just adding people up. And I just clicked it to see if they would add me. I was on there for about 30, 45 minutes. I literally was about to click off that motherfucker because I'm like, these niggas up here rapping garbage. They ain't gonna click on me, whatever. But then my shit started spinning in a circle. I got up there, I had a bonnet on. I twisted my bonnet to the side, tucked it behind my ear, and I started rapping my ass off.
And then then he commented on one of your Cipher
He
videos?
commented on that live. Like, you know,
live.
the Thizzler do recaps. So when they did a recap of who was all on this live type shit, you know.
What was the first conversation with Mazi like?
The first conversation with Mazi, I'm gonna be real. He was asleep. So we didn't really even have a conversation. As soon as I walked in, he was on some like, hey, what it is. Like, you know, we locked in. We didn't even talk. I went in there and I did my verse. I was nervous than a motherfucker, so I went in there and did my verse. He went in there and did his verse. And we was done. After that, I ended up leaving. And then he called me back a few days later to have me come shoot a video. We had more conversation at the video shoot than we did the first time we met. Because it was hella people in the studio. You know, when you around Mazi, I'm not gonna lie, it's about 20 niggas around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For you, what studio? I'm gonna get to my other questions about it. But for you, what is your studio must-haves? For you to feel like you have a perfect studio session, what do you need?
For me to have a perfect studio session, I need some type of tequila reposado, some pizza, a Dr. Pepper, 4 Newport shorts.
I know that's right. She's giving me a rider right now. I know that's right.
4 Newport shorts, Gatorade, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like a gang of people in your studio sessions? Or
I really, to be honest, I do. Not a gang of people. What's a gang of people to you?
You compare it to Mazi.
Compared to Mazi, no, because it don't be nowhere to sit with Mazi having studio sessions. Don't be nowhere to sit. I hate that. But me, I like to just have about 2 to 3 people, maybe 4, because I like when I'm in there doing my shit and I come out and they be like, that's hard,
That's the
sis.
one.
I fuck with that, sis. That's cool, you know? Like that. That's the vibe for me. Other than that, all that extra shit, if I gotta get past all y'all to get back into the booth and all that, that irritates me because sometimes I be smelling like pee. I don't want a nigga to smell my wind every time I walk by. I be in there thugging, you know?
Hey, dude, we ain't about to just speed past that.
Yeah. So it's like, I like it to where we could spread out in this motherfucker. To where if my feet stink or if I smell like pee a little bit, I don't gotta worry about.
You one of them ones, I promise you, I swear to God, you one of them ones. Nigga, I'm not gonna lie to you.
You get what I'm saying, though?
You're fucking dope. Nah, you don't. hey. So I feel you. Now, I am gonna jump back into the Mazi shit because of the studio shit. Now, everybody know Mazi's run was crazy. You get what I'm saying? Because he was just dropping over their head. What was the wisdom that he gave you for your music that till this day you be like, that piece of little gem he gave me, I'm gonna rock with that.
I'm gonna be real. He done gave me so much knowledge and wisdom to where it's hard for me to pinpoint one specific thing because literally my everyday life, I apply what he has told me to it because he came from where I came from. So it's not really nothing that he specifically told me as far as wisdom or game he gave me that I could pinpoint. But I will say that once he made it clear to me that he don't really even deal with female artists like that, and I'm one of the ones that he went out his way to reach out to, that's all the motivation that I needed from him ever. Because now that's my favorite rapper.
Come on now.
I'll break down crying right now. I love him so bad. I really love him so bad. So all I needed was him to tell me that you my favorite female artist. That's what I got out of that. And that's just what it is. That's all the wisdom I needed.
Man, Thizzler. Now let's talk about you kicking everybody's ass on Thizzlers. You did them ciphers. You did about 4 of them. You get what I'm saying? Which one was your best? That you feel like you was like, I really went crazy. Because you went crazy on all of them. What was the craziest one? You be like, yeah, that's the one.
I feel like my favorite one is the, hey, Tyrese, nigga, quit giving me a topic. It's the Barbie. That one, that's my favorite one, yeah. I liked that one a lot because it was a lot more intentional. The other times that they've reached out to me, it was just like, we want you on the Cipher, come through, whatever.
Do you give you time to prepare, or is it just something that you already?
Yep, they give me a little time to prepare. That's why I asked you that question as well earlier, because they do give me a little time to prepare. They normally do they shit like summertime, about to hit summertime, and they'll reach out to you about January, February. And so they give you a cool little minute. I ain't even gonna hold you. And now that I done made it as far as I have, a lot of my Thizzler ciphers, I wrote them motherfuckers in jail. And just when they sent me the beat, I just remembered the lyrics and put them over there.
Man,
And
that
it
is
is-
crazy then. That is crazy.
That
You
is
did
what
go
it says.
crazy. What from the response? Who's the person, the wildest response you done got from one of them? Like Mazi, of
On
course,
Thizzler or
but
the comments?
just the comments that you seen somebody comment on your shit, you be like, damn, this person just see my shit.
Mazi.
Mazi?
Yeah. Everybody else is people that I have already had access to, type shit, you know? So it was like, when Mazi commented on my shit, I'm not gonna hold you. Even before I even met him, just him commenting, I felt like my life was changed already. You know how motherfucker hit the lottery, like, this is life-changing. Him commenting was life-changing for me because, like I said, you ain't gonna see Mazi commenting under a bunch of female artists' music with fire signs. It's very rare. You're not gonna find it.
On anybody's music.
No, seriously, I really feel like I got $100 though. If you could find him just commenting fire signs under just a local female artist's music. It's very, very rare.
Based on that, what do you consider making it with your music?
What do I consider making it?
Yeah, like if you could envision the moment where you'd be like, damn, I really passed the Mazi, that I'd be like, this is what I worked for.
I would be in right here, what you see me in, it would be a bikini. I would have the same cup with some liquor in it. And my son would be playing in my backyard. And I wouldn't have to worry about, oh damn, I got 6 more days for my 30-day notice. How I'm finna come up with this money. That's when I'm gonna know I made it. When I'm not stressed or worried about nothing while I'm watching my son enjoy what I work for.
How has motherhood changed your life?
To be honest, I'm a real bitch. Motherhood don't really change my life much. I'm still thugging. I just got a son that I got to thug with now. It's very hard to get him to thug with me because he's so used to him having it his way, but it don't really change nothing. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm thugging.
In one of your verses on Thizzler, you did mention that you did lose your baby dad. How did that affect you, especially raising a child? That could be a lot. How did that change your life?
It changed my life drastically because when I found out that my baby daddy was dead, I found out that I was pregnant and I went to go tell my baby daddy, but he was not responding or answering. So I ended up leaving on some fluke shit, hanging with my girls, trying to make him mad. But he was dead in the backyard the whole time and I didn't know. So it was like, it fucked me up because I wasn't one of those girls that was able to, oh, I'm keeping this baby because I want this nigga to deal with me, you know? It was one of those, damn, I'm pregnant and you dead, nigga, you got me fucked up. Like, you know? But I ended up I was so stressed out when I found him dead. I didn't find him dead when I found out he was dead.
Right.
But I was at the house, he was in the backyard, I didn't know. It just threw my whole life off because, I don't know, it threw my whole life off because I just felt like, damn, a lot of people keep their kids because they want this nigga to stay. Me, I felt like I don't want to raise no kid by myself. So what am I supposed to do? I went to the doctor. I was so stressed out. I thought that I lost my son. They told me that, I had a miscarriage. I went back to the doctor 2 weeks later. I was still pregnant. And so I just felt like everything happens for a reason. My son was given to me, so that I could see that life was worth living, I guess. I feel like that's the best way to answer your question.
Yeah, I fuck with that. Legacy. What you want your legacy to be?
Mine's personally.
Yours personally.
Ain't nobody ever asked me that before. I feel like I would want my legacy to be kind of like the same as Rosa Parks. Like, bitch, I ain't going. I ain't moving. I don't know what you thought. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Call whoever you need to call, do whatever you need to do. But I ain't going. I'm right here, and I'm going to do what is best for me in this moment. Every single time, I feel like that's what I would want my legacy to be. And let me know if I'm answering that wrong. But I feel like, you know, like a legacy is something that you leave behind, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So like, for instance, Martin Luther King, he left behind his
He was a
legacy
righteous
because
man.
we all to this day, like, a white motherfucker can't play with us, right? So cool, yeah, that's my legacy. Straight up, I'm not going. That's what I want. Everybody, if I to stop breathing right now today, I want everybody to be like, I feel like the Barbie, I ain't going. That's what I want my legacy to be. And take care of your kids too.
Absolutely.
That drunk ass deadbeat mama shit ain't cool. I'll be drunk, but I'll be taking care of my baby.
What we got coming up for you in new music projects? What we got coming up?
Well, as of right now, I got an album out that is still fairly new. Cash Couch, I just dropped that. All me, just me.
No features.
No features. Just me. So I want them to go stream that. However, I'm working on some different shit right now. I'm trying to find my lane. Because I love Mazi to death. That's my dog. And I'm ready to get in my car and drive to LA to go see him right now. However, I want to find my own lane. I don't want people to feel like when they send me beat packs that they got to send me Mazi type beats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just working on a few singles, working on a few new sounds, just finna drop some shit, try to see what's gonna hit for me, you know? Because I feel like if a bitch could just wake up one day and say, take me through there, then I can come up with something that's gonna get me through that too.
Oh God. One song, it could be unwritten, released, or unreleased, that best describes you in totality. The artist you are, the mother you are, the woman you are.
Is it my music?
Your song.
Just Listen, the Barbie. Have you heard it?
It's out right now?
It's been out for years.
I'm about to go listen to it.
I was finna say, am I able to play it right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because to be honest, it's been out for years. It's on YouTube, but when I had...
Hey, YouTube, you see this, she gonna play it. It's her music.
Absolutely. It's no copyright, no none of that. But I'm finna tell you, as soon as you hear it, you probably have heard it before if you... Nah.
Yeah, I didn't listen to a lot of
Yeah, I was finna say, it was just a song that I did a long time ago, and then when I started locking in, it kind of got removed because we had bigger plans for it, but the plans never happened. So we finna just give it a little 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me find it for you. 5 years ago, 16K views. It's 2 minutes, 6 seconds. Do I play it here?
No, you can play it.
Have you ever heard it before?
Yes.
You sure?
You go crazy.
You heard it? Can you hear it right now? It's unfortunate my son ain't never met his father. I never get the chance to be at home and be a mama. And every time I try to change, I be attracting drama. I never fought nobody harder than I'm fighting karma. I did some thinking and I thought I had the strength to warn her. But what's the point? Because I know that nigga quite the trauma. And when I'm gone, he gonna attempt to stop him when he harm her. You know the Barbie been a friend, they think built out of armor. These bitches working with the kids like I've been smoking farmer. I'm kinda glad I didn't carry and push out a daughter. Another me, I wouldn't blame whoever would've shot her. I felt me losing myself, but shit, we good, I caught her. Them bitches tested my gangster, but shit, we good, I fought her. I hope she utilized little shit I made make sure I tie it. I'm really different from bitches. I feel like Harry Potter. I want to get this nigga gone so he can look at Dada. Explain to him why the fuck you took him from his mama. And I could never understand, so it's forever problem. I know this nigga got some balls, but will he ever drop him? That nigga looked me in my eyes and said he tried to stop him. That shit be hurting, send me pictures, but I gotta crop him. I cried a river, they ain't knowing I'm just good at mopping. I'm down a gang and still hanging, vow to never stop it. And shit, you know how I'ma live if music not an option. But I was taught to survive, I bet I get it poppin'. I love niggas with attitudes like they hanging company. I'm trying to make it far like riding from the rich to Stockton. So I can pay my mama back for all the Christmas stockings. So I can send a legend off to like the latest college. So I can try to give Biscuit at least a little knowledge. I gotta make it cause bitches literally sitting watching. It's just a thought, but if I do, that shit'll be shocking. It's just a thought, but if I do, that shit'll be shocking. Yes, that's me in one little wop. I promise you. That's my favorite song ever. No matter how many songs I record, that will always be my favorite song.
Who is D Barbie?
D Barbie is Kamaya. D Barbie is just Kamaya. She's just the shield for Kamaya because Kamaya is really soft and sweet and just want to be loved and just want to take care of her family and just live a good life. But the Barbie is, bitch, you're going to give Kamaya what she want because she worked really hard for it. And I'm going to make sure she get it. I'm going to bleed your ass, bitch. That's who the Barbie is.
If you could leave the world, the people watching, your fans, your supporters, your haters, anybody who watching you, final words, I'm going to let you go ahead and take this opportunity. Go ahead and look into the camera and tell them whatever you want to.
I know a lot of people be trying to figure out why, who, when, where, and why. I'm not really the best role model. However, I believe in God strongly, and I think you should too, because if you ever wonder why I'm just not the best person in the world for certain opportunities, it wasn't me that did it and put me there. God did.
Where can they find you?
I'm on all music platforms, and I'm on all social media platforms. Action Packed Barbie, all spelled properly. It's the Barbie with a D. And that D stands for don't fucking play, bitch, you guessed it.
Man, I want to say I appreciate you again so much for having this conversation with me, being so open and vulnerable with me. Hopefully we get to run it back again so we can talk about what the accomplishments you made so far up until that point. But I do want to say you got fans, your reach, your story, you'll inspire. I know you don't want to be I know you say you're not the perfect role model, but a lot of young women who come from where we come from gonna have somebody to look up to. For y'all who watching, make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Comment the best part. If you have any more questions or anybody you want us to interview, drop them, man.
Shout out to the swim club.
Man, shout out to the swim club, and we out. Boom.